to make. Okay, guys, thank you all for being here. I'm so excited that everyone's here. There's a lot of new faces. So if you can have your camera on, definitely turn it on. It's really like, don't worry if you have makeup on. Like I never ever even basically get a shower anymore. It's totally fine. But I showered today, so we're good. And yeah, you guys don't worry about what you look like. Just have your cameras on if you can, so you can bond with all of us. That's the point of these Thursday night Zooms, is we're just like all bonding. Yummy. Besides if you're on the toilet. Yeah, we're all bonding like every Thursday, just hearing stories from some people that are newer, some people who have been in the business a while, and just a combo of stories to hear why people start, right? What they're working for, and then some tips for you guys to bring back to your own businesses to use to enroll. So it's going to be really great tonight. We have Melissa, who's my enroller. She's going to be speaking about her story and her journey because she's been in this business the longest out of everyone on this Zoom, which is awesome to hear from her. And then it's going to be Kay, who's absolutely killing it, and Cassaundra, who's also absolutely killing it right now. And they're both newer in the last month. So they're going to give you guys their stories and tips. So definitely use the chat room. Please like say hi in there, say where you're from, say how long you've been in the business. I know there's some people who are brand new even today that are hopping on here. So definitely this is our smaller team. It is growing every day. I feel like it's growing like crazy, but it's still our smaller team. We are all a family, and we are all under Jade Hooper, who is our upline. So if you are in our team pages, Diamond Elite Nation is Jade's team page, and then Passport to Diamond is our team page. Both are really great for you guys to utilize to find resources. Also, if you have not downloaded the Boards app yet, make sure you do. It's really great for saving scripts and just being able to hit a button to send it out to your potentials. I've been working on my Boards app, which I can send to you guys if you want to see mine too and use it for yourself. So make sure you message me after this and give me your email so I can give you my Boards app. But I literally have buttons for like post ideas and things like that. So it's really going to be helpful, especially if you're newer. And then conference is coming up in a couple weeks. So that's going to be the 22nd and 23rd of January. So if you have not got a conference ticket yet and you want to make really good money with this business and you would love to promote next month, buy a conference ticket. Like go to conference, message me after this if you haven't got a conference ticket yet and you're all in and you're ready to get a conference ticket, and I will talk to you about conference and just share my experience. I think next week we're going to be doing a Zoom on Jade's frontline call about conference, or we're figuring out something to talk about conference, but it's really, really beneficial, guys. Every single conference I've gone to, I promote it the month after. And I think everyone on here has as well. So definitely be all involved with that. And it's virtual, so you can watch it at home. I highly recommend, since it is virtual, that you do still set aside time like it is a conference that you're attending. So not like I'm going to be doing laundry and doing this and doing that and not like soaking in conference. Conference is something you definitely want to soak all in and absorb and bring that information back to your business. Just like tonight's powwow, you just want to take it all in and run with it. So conference is the same way. It's 2 full days. There's a worship night on the first night, which is really awesome too, that you can attend. It's optional, but I highly recommend that as well. And it's just really going to give you that like, okay, I'm ready to get that Emerald $5,000 bonus. Right? If you're new, there's a $5,000 Emerald bonus right now. So that ends at the end of February. And if you just start it in January, you actually have 2 full calendar months. So you'll have February and March to get it. So that's really, 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 really exciting. I cannot wait to see how many of you guys earn that bonus. I'm from Tennessee. I've been doing this for a month. Yep. Okay, cool. So keep using that chat. We are going to start with Melissa, if that's cool. And then we're going to go to Cassaundra, and then Kay, you can bring it home. I think I froze. Did I freeze? Oh no, I'm good. Okay. Awesome. And I will be here to like ask you questions, but Melissa can start and just share your story and then anything what's on your heart, and then your enrolling tips and everything, because you're the master at it all.
Hey guys, I'm Melissa, and I am just so excited right now.
Oh no, it's frozen. It is frozen.
I'm a little to decide to go all in.
Can you hear me, Melissa? You're frozen.
Yeah.
I wonder, is it, oh, shoot, is it? Oh, she just got kicked off. Yeah. It might be, it's,
It sounded like Wi-Fi for sure.
yeah.
That was the issue because she was like frozen and kind of like.
Yeah. All right. So, Cassaundra, are you here? Are you ready? I'm going to ask you some questions. Oh, I see you. She's like, oh, me. Yeah, because Melissa will get back on. But yeah, just share honestly, Cassaundra, just talk about you, like anything about you, why you started this business, what you're working towards in the future, and then some enrolling tips of how you've been so great at this.
Okay, I'm nervous. How do I start it? Like, do I just tell about me and then?
Yeah. So where are you from? You said you're from Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Awesome. And you got started a month ago?
Yeah, a little over a month, I think now.
Awesome. And talk about like your life, like what has gone on up to this point, kids,
Hang
dogs, anything like that.
Okay, I'm a mother of 5. I have 3 dogs. I'm sorry, I've never done this before. I mean that's about it. I started this business because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I was depressed. I wanted more. And now I believe I found it.
How long have you been a stay-at-home mom?
Since 2015.
Awesome. Good
when
for you.
We adopted our first daughter in 2015.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So yeah, talk about that. Like adoption's huge, right? Like that must have been like a crazy process for you too to go through, right?
Yeah. Me and my husband, we couldn't have kids. So we started fostering. We adopted our first daughter. And then a year after, on May 2nd, we adopted our 4 smaller kids. And I'm done. No more kids.
So there's 5.
Yes.
So you're a stay-at-home mom of 5. So not just like I'm a stay-at-home mom. You're like, I have 5 friggin' kids.
Yeah, and I homeschool, clean, cook, everything.
Yeah, it's a full-time job.
Yeah, and I still have plenty of time for this job. This
exactly.
business.
So touch on that. Like, how do you fit this business in with doing all of that? Because there's so many moms on here, even just have 1 kid and they're like struggling to fit it in. So how do you do it with 5?
Okay, so in the morning we wake up, we start schoolwork, and then I start messaging people, and I do it throughout the whole day. Like, I guess just my mindset, I'm not letting nothing stop me. As long as my kids are taken care of, I can take care of myself too. So.
Yeah. And that's huge because a lot of people make the reason why they start their excuse one day. So like for you, like you want to start to have an extra income for your family. And if you come up with the excuse of, I don't have time for this because I have I'm with my family all the time, that's when your why gets in the way and becomes your excuse. But you're just like, heck no, I'm going to make time for it because they are my why.
Yeah, they are. They're exactly why I'm doing this. I want my kids to have more. I grew up a lot, and I don't want that for my kids. I want my kids to have more, and they are my reason, and I'll never give up.
Okay, so I don't even think you understand how like advanced you're talking and like how powerful that is, because there's so many other people on here. Like drop a 1 if you can relate to something that Cassaundra is saying. Right? Like look at that.
About made tears come to my own eyes because I've never even said that out loud before.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at getting stuff out, so. No, yeah, and Brett's in the background saying you're like desensitized, like Jade's desensitized to her house. Like me and Sabrina were in our house and we're like, this is amazing. She's like, you know, like she doesn't understand how great it is, but like you're like, and I'm like, no, that's amazing. Like there's so many people that would be in your shoes and would not even take on a side gig because they would let their kids, their reason why, get in the way of some working hard for something. But you're like, no, I grew up not in the ideal situation, and you don't want to put your kids in that situation, right? So you're doing something about it.
Exactly.
That's huge. That's
the night that I messaged you on where I commented on your TikTok. Hang on. You have a dad, go ask him. See, just like that. Like I'm doing this for you. Go. But I was laying on my couch, and I was kind of down. I wanted more. I didn't want to go work. Okay, hang on. I didn't want to go work at a factory and this and that. I would have, and then you popped up on my TikTok, and it was amazing. I was like, I've got to do that, and I didn't second guess it. You sent it to me, and I paid for it and got it right then.
So see, and we talked about that. Like I was like, as long as you're consistent and hardworking, like this will work for you. And then you were like, okay, I'm in, and you did it, and you got your shopping spree, and now you're going Ruby. Like that's huge. And you're going to be going Emerald next month and getting that $5,000 bonus. Like,
yes, I want that. I want to go buy. Yeah, like I want that. I'm going to get it. I want to go buy my kids stuff, some more clothes, shoes, and I want to take them on vacation. So
there's things you guys get out of her story right now. First of all, like throw your excuses of like not having time out the window. Because if she can do this with 5 kids, like, and you don't even have any kids, or you only have like 1 or 2 kids, like look at her. Like seriously, she's like killing it. Number 2, if you're here on this team right now and you're not making TikToks to reach someone like Cassaundra and help her change her life, then what the heck are you doing? Get on TikTok tonight and go make some TikToks, because Cassaundra, another Cassaundra, like Cassaundra, you should be making TikToks too, because another person just in your same situation, right, is on a couch right now somewhere in the world scrolling, not wanting to go to a factory job and leave their children, and they want something from their phone. They need to see your video. So powerful. Okay. She said, okay. But everyone on here, right? Do you see how powerful that is? Like, look, she was afraid to talk about this at first, and then she starts saying things she's never said out loud before. Like Cassaundra, the more you tell your story like this every day, and you show up on your stories, you'll start going live, because I bet you a year from now, you're going to be a whole new person you don't even understand. You are going to be sharing your story, and it's going to change someone else's life. And you've brought in, how many distributors have you enrolled so far?
2.
2, yep. So you just started, you got your 6 customers, and now you've gotten 2 distributors, and you're like in it. Now you're gonna go Ruby and then work on Emerald.
Yes.
Love that. Awesome. Okay, can you give anyone a tip on here and how you've got your distributors and your customers so far within your first month?
I kept messaging people. I kept doing it. I didn't care if I even got on their nerves. I didn't care.
Do you have a message that you love? Like what's your go-to right now?
It's actually on your board, and yes, I message until they block me. Actually, I've had 2 females block me because like I was sending them messages.
I mean, Jade does that. Hi.
Jade said, "Can I say hi?" That's my 5-year-old.
Yeah. Hi. You want to talk too? That's cute. Your mom's awesome.
Okay. Um, I don't know if I really have a favorite right now. Like I send all of them.
Okay, so like any message, there's no secret message. You just do a lot of it.
Yeah, I just do a lot of it.
There we go, guys. You got that? Take notes. There's no secret message that she's using. She's just sending a shit ton of messages. Okay.
Yes.
Everyone got it. All right. Thank you so much. Do you have anything else you want to say or like end with? You're doing absolutely amazing.
No, that's all.
Okay. And you guys have any questions for Cassaundra? Put them in the chat and she can come back at the end if there's any questions, or she can answer in the chat for you guys too. Thank you so much. Proud of you.
Thank you.
And Melissa, looks like you're good. G to G.
Hey, sorry, I went on my phone. I don't know what was happening with my iPad.
It's okay. Campground Wi-Fi.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was saying before I got rudely cut off by my iPad is I'm just so excited because I was just doing the math, and it's so weird that this is actually my 6th boom season. It feels like I just joined, and I just like, I don't know, every year around this time, it still feels like it's like Christmas morning. And how Courtney was talking earlier about get your conference ticket. You guys, my first conference, after I went to it, I was only a Ruby. I was getting paid as a Ruby, but after I left, I literally never went back to work again. So this upcoming February will be 5 years that I've been retired from corporate America, no alarm clocks in the morning, traveling before COVID, whenever. Now I stay at home with my 8-month-old, and it's just crazy. And I just want to tell you guys that, like, so that was 2016 when I went into my very first January, February, March, April in this company. And I was already a part of the business all summer, and I was doing it. I promoted to Ruby, but there was still like something holding me back. I just didn't give it my all. I didn't like let myself put myself out there 100%. And that's why I worked for 6 months and I didn't promote past Ruby. But then like the New Year's Eve 2015 to 2016, I literally sat in my room by myself. I cried and I made a dream board that had such big dreams. Ooh, I was literally like laughing at myself. I didn't even know how they would come true. But our CEO, Mark, is always like, write down dreams, say dreams so big that like you're going to laugh at yourself, and then watch them happen with hard work. So you guys, I put traveling the country in an RV. I mean, how was I going to do that? I was living at home with my mom. I put moving into my own house, a fenced in backyard for my dogs. I put diamond, double diamond, triple diamond. I put making over $10,000 a month. I put these things that were just so crazy, and I cried because I wanted them so badly. But I just, that night, that New Year's Eve, I said, okay, I'm waking up January 1st and I'm going to do it. I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. to go to work. I was driving to work. I was pumped up. I made my very first video. This was before like live videos or stories or anything. And I was petrified to be on camera. I didn't like doing Zooms. When I first joined, we had to like call in. We didn't have Zoom. We didn't have FaceTime calls or anything like that. We had to call into our team calls. And I was so scared just to talk on the phone that I pretended I was sick. I was so nervous. Like that's how I was when I first joined. But I just decided that January 1st that like, this is do or die. Did I want to live at my mom's house for the rest of my life and literally have my bank account be going in the negatives for like the rest of my life, not being able to afford dog food, not being able to afford gas. My car was like on its last limb. Like that stuff's scary. Like I wanted to have a family one day. I wanted to travel, like, but when you have no money and you're tied to a job and you have no freedom, like it's just scary. I mean, I'm sure some of you guys might feel the way that I felt before. So the one thing that you guys can do to change your whole entire life, I swear to God, your whole entire life in the next 4 months is just decide to and go all in. It's going to take sacrificing watching TV. I mean, I didn't hang out with my friends. I didn't do anything basically besides work this business. And I know if you have a family and stuff, you take care of them, but I stayed up late and I went to bed. I mean, I stayed up late and I woke up early, and I went to my first conference that February, and then I came home and I promoted to Emerald that month. And that month, you guys, the Emerald bonus was only $2,000. You guys have a $5,000 bonus on the line for you right now. Like, that gives me chills too, because $5,000, think of all the things you can buy for $5,000, and think of how many hours it takes at your current job to make $5,000. Like, I used to make maybe $2,000 a month, and you guys can make $5,000 by the end of this month or the end of February. Like, that's such a big amount of money in such a small amount of time. And that's just the bonus. That's not even including your commissions. That's not including fast starts. And so that's just insane. Like, I got a $2,000 bonus in February, and then the next month, the other thing about promoting and getting these bonuses, you guys, it fires you up so much after you get it that you want to keep running to the next rank, because you see that money in your bank account. You guys, when you start depositing checks into your bank account from It Works that have commas in them, like, I never had my account until I joined It Works. Like, that's just how it was. I never had that much money in my bank account. It was just, I remember transferring my first check with the comma and just like telling my mom, I'm like, oh my God, Mom, like, look, I just like got this check. And she's like, from where? Like, where did that money come from? I'm like, It Works. Like, have you been listening to what I've been saying? Like, a lot of times your friends and family, like, they don't really get it until you like show them the money. And then, so after I promoted to Emerald, the very next month in March, I promoted to Diamond, because I was just so fired up. There was just like, I just knew. I decided I was going to promote to Diamond, and I knew that I was going to, because literally nothing in the whole world could stop me. Like, I always say, if I'm trying to promote and someone cuts off my hands, I'll learn how to type with my feet, because literally nothing can stop me when I'm in the mind frame and when I decide to promote. And then what happened, because you get so fired up from promoting to Diamond, the next month I promoted to Double Diamond. So you guys, I started January as a Ruby, $350 check, went to decided that I was going all in, never went back to work after that, promoted to Emerald, February, March, Diamond, April, Double Diamond. You guys, my check went from $350 to over $5,000 a month in just 4 months. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? And I am like literally no one special. I told you guys before that I was afraid to talk on calls that you had to call into. Like, no one could even see your face. I was afraid to do videos. I was afraid of what people would think of me. I was afraid of being made fun of. Like, I was afraid of so many things. But as soon as I decided I was going to go all in, and as soon as I realized people like had already seen me posting about the business, so they were either going to see me fail or succeed. And I was like, oh shit, I don't want everyone to see me fail. So I made it my mission that I was going to succeed, and I was going to become a success story instead of someone that gave up. And you guys, the only thing that would make you not a success story is giving up and not giving it your all. And right now, January, the next few months, like after conference, like this is the time to go all in, and it will change your whole life. Like, after I promoted to Double Diamond, I moved out of my mom's house. Like, conference is normally in Florida, and I literally, when I went to conference, I fell in love with Florida. I wanted to move there so bad. So after I promoted to Double Diamond in April, the first thing I did was book my dream trip that I put on my dream board that New Year's Eve to Thailand to volunteer with elephants. Like, those are my favorite animals. So my friend and I, we flew to Thailand for 10 days, the most incredible trip of my whole life. Like, you guys, I went from living at my parents' house, like just sad, miserable, going to work, working multiple jobs, like leaving before the sun came up, coming home at like 1 o'clock in the morning, because I would also do like liquor promos at bars at night. Like, I worked from like 6 a.m. to like 2 a.m. sometimes, no life. And still I had no money and I was always gone. It just like sucked. And then 4 months of very focused, hard work. Then I was flying to Thailand. Then I moved out into my own house in Florida. Then that's where I met my boyfriend. And then 7 months later, we were traveling the country in our RV, and we did that for 2 years. And then we moved into this house in South Carolina that we've been in for 2 years. And I had a baby in April, and I haven't had to worry about a nanny or daycare, or even with COVID this past year, like, I've never been even more grateful for this opportunity, because my boyfriend, he would travel for work and he would do events and stuff. And without this It Works income that we were making from home during COVID, and especially having a newborn baby, like, we were nervous about going out, and you can't really have like nannies and babysitters like you used to just last year. It just wouldn't have even really been an option. So we would have been like so stuck without this business. And it's just so crazy. You probably see people post sometimes about like, I'm so thankful for myself being brave when I was 25, 26 years old, because now I'm going to be 31 in a couple months or in a couple weeks. And I just can't even imagine my life without this business and what it's been able to do for me, my family. And then as your team starts growing, you meet your best friends. Like, I met Courtney, and now she's living this incredible life and she's helping all you guys. And like, you just help people, and then they catch the vision, and now they're crossing all these big dreams off their dream board. And it's just such a like snowball effect. And the longer you're in and the more people you help, it just becomes so incredible, you guys. So you've already posted, people already know you're doing this. So show them a success story. Like, I promise you, if you're nervous about people making fun of you or anything like that, like, once you show them that you're doing good, like, I swear all the haters start being quiet. Like, even my own sister, she didn't really believe me, like, what I was doing, until we pulled into my dad's driveway in our brand new RV. Like, she was just like, okay, like, you can't fake like stuff like that. Like, when people see the proof, like, they're going to be like, okay. And then they're probably going to join you. But yeah, that was my first like boom season in this business, and it completely changed my whole life. And I can't even imagine not doing it. So that can happen to every single one of you guys. I'm no one special. Like, I didn't even brush my hair today, like, no makeup. I just am in pajamas, like, at home, just trying to work as hard as I can for my baby and myself and my team. And it's just, there's no better business than this, you guys.
I'm over here crying. I was like, okay, guys, this isn't a powwow unless you should bring tissues. Usually people say bring tissues, but seriously, like, I'm looking at the chat box, like, more than half of people on the Zoom right now haven't been here in a boom season. And then you're hearing Melissa speak about this is her 6th boom season, and how every single time, like, guys, if you don't understand, boom season is when you're booming. And that means like enrolling like a champ, because you get paid in this business to enroll customers and distributors. And there's no better time than the beginning of the year. So January to, like, honestly, it's probably going to be a long time, just like it was last year. People are just coming into your business, like, left and right. As long as you're messaging, like Cassaundra, how she said in the beginning, she's just sending messages, right? And how Melissa talked to you guys about how she went from a $350 paycheck to a $5,000 paycheck within 4 months she didn't do anything special besides work hard. Like there's a common theme here, right? Throw your excuses out the window, throw your haters out the window, right? People's opinions don't matter. Work hard and stay consistent. And just from doing this for 4 years, me and Sabrina got started with Melissa right at the same time. So January 16th is my 4-year anniversary, and January 27th is Sabrina's 4-year anniversary. And we both enrolled with Melissa, and we saw her like on with her house in Florida, living her life, talking about how she wanted to get an RV and travel. And then guess what? Fast forward a little bit, we're on her team working with her and seeing her do it. And then guess what? Fast forward a little bit, she got us to dream that big. And now we're traveling full time in RVs right now. Like without Melissa saying yes to this business, me and Sabrina wouldn't be living full time, being able to do this business from our phone in an RV as well. And that's why I was crying, because one person like can impact your life that hard, right? Like one person can change everything. I got a white Jeep, guys. Melissa used to have a white Jeep, if you didn't know. Okay. Like everything she had, I just like, it was in my head. It became a vision for me, and it showed me that I could dream, right? Just because she was courageous enough to put the dreams on her dream board that Mark told her to dream big, and she cried and said like, how the heck is this going to happen? But I really want it. Just because she made that step and that decision, right? Like she said, decide, she decided to make that her vision, to make it a reality. She took the action, and guess what? Then she enrolled me, and then she enrolled Sabrina. And now we're able to do that with you guys. We're able to bring in vision for you guys so you can make a dream board and cross things off. In June of 2019, I got laid off from my job, and I made a dream board saying I was going to promote to presidential within a year, buy an RV, pay off credit cards, like stuff that I didn't even think was even possible, and just be a full-time entrepreneur. A year later, I did that all. Like I had no idea that, just like Melissa, when she was putting this stuff on a board, like $10,000 a month, travel to Thailand, like all these things, like you look at yourself and you're like, who am I? Who am I? I'm no one special. We're no one special. Okay. We literally just show up every day. When I was going diamond, I was eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every night. Seriously, that's all I ate. Honestly, I was up late. I was waking up early because I worked full time, and I knew that I only had to work my business at night or in the morning. So I just did it. I turned off Netflix. I actually think we unsubscribed for a lot of my promotion times. Like I unsubscribed. I did not watch TV. I used to ask people on my team if they are promoting, like, what's your favorite TV show? So hopefully they'd say, I don't have one because like I'm working, you know what I mean? I'm working my business. That's how I was. Like I was so gung ho on wanting more for my life, because I hated my full-time job, that I just showed up and did the thing. We didn't even have Host to Post when I started. Okay. So like you guys are all starting and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting all these customers from Host to Post referrals. Like that's awesome. Run with that. You guys could probably promote 10 times faster than me and Melissa did, because you have this new tool, and the internet's always evolving. Right. But when I started, we didn't even have stories. So I was posting 10 times a day on my page so people would see it. And I sent 300 messages a day on Instagram, maybe 500 messages a day on Instagram. Yeah. I was talking to someone today about that on the team, and they're like, how the heck would you send 300 messages? Like, that's crazy. I was like, with a button. I just hit a button. Like it wouldn't take that long. You send 100, go eat some dinner, send another 100. Guys, you think like when you send 20 messages out for Host to Post, that's a lot. If you want to do what we're doing, if you want to see my highest check in this business so far has been $23,000 in 1 month. Some people don't even make that in a year. If you want that, all I did was send the friggin' message. I would post the friggin' status. I would post on my stories. I would show up. Right now, what am I doing? I'm making TikToks because it's working. And I met like a ton of you guys that are on here right now from TikTok, right? So if you want to go to that next level and you want to dream big and you want to decide right now that you're all in, and like that dream board, I'm looking at me and Brett's dream board right now, like that dream board that you're creating of the things that you want that you may think is like outlandish and crazy, like me and Melissa were just saying that that's how we felt. But if you want that, do you want a boat? Do you want to pay off debt? Do you want to pay off your student loans? Like that might seem impossible now, but if you show up every single day, and just like Cassaundra said in the beginning of this, you don't let your excuses overpower you. She works for them, not doesn't work because of them. Then you will literally cross off things on your dream board, right? Like you will. Me, Sabrina, Melissa, we're all proof. There's other people on here, I'm sure. If you have made a dream board and you cross something off on it, can you comment below what that was? I'm sure there's a bunch of people on here that's happened for too. But thank you so much, Melissa, for coming and talking. And okay, I'm sorry to throw you at the end here, but I was just crying. So I know you were saying something about crying too. All right, Kay. So let's share your story, why you started, what you're working for, and then anything enrolling wise.
Why you're such a badass.
Why? Yeah, Brett said, why you're such a badass.
Okay, so I'm Kay. I'm 21 and I live in Wyoming. I started this business a little over a month ago. And I'm gonna get real and deep into my emotions right now because that's my why. I started this business when I realized I hadn't been enjoying my life as much as I wanted to. And basically on September 25th of 2020, my niece passed away. And it was unknown causes, and it just really opened my eyes. Like, tomorrow's never guaranteed, and I was not living my life. I didn't have dreams or goals until 2020, if I'm being honest. I just kind of went every day with what I was doing and just thought nothing mattered. But everything truly does matter. So, and with this business, I've been able to do so much, literally so much. In 1 month, I promoted to Ruby, which was amazing. And I have a lot of goals this year. I want to make it to double diamond by the end of the year. So I'm putting it out there right now, guys. Hold me to it. Double diamond. Here I come. But basically, everything I've done and how I work towards it is I just wake up every day and I do the best I can do that day, just that day. And I message tons of people, over 50 a day, which I would like to get up to 100 would be great. Try to always push my goals even higher than they were. But I really just stay consistent, focus on what I'm doing, and just keep on going. Even on the days I don't feel like getting out of bed. Like, does anybody else have that? You just want to crawl in the covers. You don't want to do anything. I just have to push myself to get up. Like, I had a crappy last 2 days, but I kept pushing myself to get up and keep going. And when I did, I woke up today and I was feeling a lot better. And I've had my go-getter attitude all day, messaging people, posting on my story, on my Facebook, on my Instagram. And I just really just keep pushing forward. I've always worked really low income jobs and just got by with the very minimal. And with everything going on lately, I was recently laid off, and my dog got diabetes this year. So she's been a huge dent on my income, but one trader for the world, love her to death. Basically, I keep working for what I want every day. I wake up and I just go for what I'm after. I want to be emerald by the end of this month. So I wake up every day with that attitude that I am going to be emerald. I will push and push and push until I am emerald. And I guess my enrolling tips to everybody is you have to be willing to put in the work. It takes the work to get where you want to go. You have to be doing your follow-ups, because I originally found Courtney on TikTok, and I actually want to do everything Courtney is doing. Like, I had been looking into online jobs that you can do while you're trying. Came across one of Courtney's videos, and she was talking about how this income has made it able for her to travel the world with her dogs and just get out and enjoy life, which is exactly what I wanted to do. Like, I watched that video and I was like, that's me. That is what I want to do. And so with follow-ups, gotta do them, because I ignored Courtney's first message. When I reached out to her, I ignored it. I got nervous. I got stuck in my thoughts. And I ignored her. I was all like, oh, that sounds scary. That sounds like a lot. Maybe I'm not ready. She hit me up a few days later, reminding me that everything I wanted, I could get if I was willing to work towards it. And I jumped right in. I didn't even have the money. I was one of the ones that sold the samples so I could get on here. But I absolutely love this company. I love the opportunities this company gives people, like everyone, and it's so wonderful. Like, I'm so happy to be able to be a part of this and to keep moving forward. I can't wait to see where I am in a year. Hopefully that double diamond. But honestly, all I do is every day I message tons of people. I wake up every morning and I do my follow-ups. I start on my haps, just messaging people about products, small talk, everything. And I really just focus on what I want in life. And that's why I push for it, is because I want that. It is what I want, and I am going to get there. So that's about all I got to say, Courtney. I'm not very good at this.
No, first of all, you are amazing at this. You're talking like you're a diamond already. Come on, everyone, drop a 1 if you think Kay is like talking like a diamond already, because I bet you everyone on here is going to drop a 1 in the chat right now.
I don't have a chat.
I just did it. There you go. See, tons of 1s.
Well, thank you.
Sorry if my internet's shaky, guys. Our internet is weird at this campground, but
I will say I was definitely so nervous here.
No, you're doing so well. First of all, don't say hope double diamond by the end of the year. You are double diamond. And also tell everyone what you have like all over your house.
I have sticky notes everywhere. Like, do not be afraid to show your goals off to the world. I post them everywhere. My entire room is just sticky notes and journalings I've done. I tape my journalings up to my wall and I read those every day. Gets me inspired, gets me going, and right in that groove to keep going. So
yeah, and I want to touch on how powerful that is, guys, because I know there's so many people on here that I've talked to before that they're like, I don't know. I don't really have time for personal development. I don't have time for doing that. I don't have time for doing that. You don't have time not to do it. Like Kay went Ruby within a month, and I know her doing personal development every day and her putting sticky notes all over the place and reading them and believing them has so much to do with that. If you guys want something and you don't have the vision for it every single day, you're not going to do the work to back it up, right? Like Melissa said, you have to decide. Right. And now Kay is showing you that this vision that she's creating for herself. First of all, she was sitting around saying like, I want to do this, asking for it. Right. And then she so happens to come on my TikTok and it was everything she was asking for. Right. Because she actually asked for it. So ask for it. What do you want, guys? What do you want? What do you want? You have to actually say it. If you've never said it out loud to yourself, go do that tonight in the mirror. Like, I'm not kidding. It sounds funny. It sounds like, oh, she's talking about putting a Post-it note about what my goals and making a dream board. That sounds frou-frou. It's not like that at all. You guys can still hear me, right? My internet is totally going out. Okay, we're still good. Okay. So, yeah. So it sounds like frou-frou-y, but I promise you, I was someone who has started this business 4 years ago, and I didn't do personal development for a while. Like Melissa said, watch The Secret. And I was like, okay. And then Sabrina, she told me and Sabrina, and I don't think either of us did for a little while because we were like, we don't need that. Right. And then we did, and it changed everything for us. So like, don't be us, be you right now. And I'm telling you, like, go watch The Secret on Netflix, make a dream board, put Post-it notes all over your house. Like, the one person that's going to keep you from your dreams is yourself. So if you're constantly pouring into yourself every day, you're going to equip yourself with the tools to fight past those dark times, to fight past the laziness, to fight past the days that you don't want to get out of bed because you suffer with anxiety and depression like myself. Like I go through that stuff too. Like I have it bad. Right. But the only thing that equips me for that next day, like Kay was saying, living for that day and working for that day, is that I have to fill my mind with positivity. Otherwise, I will totally drown in my own thoughts and I'll be in bed all day eating ice cream. Ask Brett. He lives with me. Okay. Like I need to ask my mom. I cried to her on the treadmill last week. Like I need to keep my mind right in order to be able to conquer the dreams that I want for myself. So if someone like me who suffers with those things, I don't know if anyone else suffers with that as well, you have to, no matter what. Even if you are fine, like Brett, like he doesn't have anxiety and depression like I do, but he still every day is listening to an audiobook, listening to a podcast, journaling what he wants. Like you have to make sure you know what you're going after. Brett meditates too. That's something I need to work on because I can't turn my brain off for 15 minutes, but he loves it. But seriously, guys, like find something that you love. Find a podcast, find an audiobook, get your journal out, get those Post-it notes out if you do not have Post-it notes. I dare you all to literally get a Post-it note tonight and put it on your mirror in your bathroom and say, I am diamond or I am emerald, whatever rank that you're working on. If you're brand new, just put, I got my shopping spree. Start off with what you want, right? Small wins, like Kay was. That stinks. I'm back. I don't even know where it got caught off at. Can you guys hear me? The internet, right at the end, guys. What the heck? You can hear me?
Oh, it's fired up.
Maybe. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Is it what internet? Oh, you said yes. Okay, cool. I don't know where I was. Okay. So if you're brand new, put the I earned my shopping spree on your mirror, right? Like if you're working on emerald, put that on your mirror, like have it there, right? Have it there. No one else, it doesn't matter anybody else what their opinion is. Don't care about someone's opinion who you wouldn't trade a bank account with, right? Like, and so many times people who are not even working towards their goals are the ones to put us down. And in this business, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When you first get started, oh, I keep losing my service. You got it? I don't know if it's working.
You're on the camera.
No, now I'm on my phone hotspot. It says, they said I'm good. I don't know what's going on with our internet. Maybe because it's storming here. Yeah. So many times when you first start this business, the people that will like make fun of you or say something to you are the people closest to you, because honestly, they're scared themselves and they just don't want to see you get hurt. Like that's what it is. Like so many times it's your significant other, it's your friends, it's your family that are like, oh, you're doing that. My mom's sister's friends, blah, 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 did it. And they said it didn't work. Right.
They're also scared you're gonna outgrow them.
You know what I mean? Yeah. They're also scared. Like Brett said, they're also scared you're not grow them. Exactly. So don't like take anyone's opinions into account besides your own. Like, what are you working towards? Right. And just put blinders on and work towards that goal. And as long as you are journaling or listening to podcasts or having your vision board in front of you every day, that's going to get you to where you want to be. And this is the season to do it. If there's any season of the entire year that I say, like, if you work super hard, you're going to promote, it's right now. Like right now, if you go message 300 people tonight, you're going to sign customers and distributors. I promise you, because people are looking for a business and they're looking for products to use. Okay. Like Kay is saying she's upping your levels of messaging. When she does that, she's going to bring in even more. Everyone on here. If you're sending 5 messages now, you start sending 10, you're going to bring in more. It's the season to do it. It is 100%. You have stimulus checks coming in. You have tax returns about to be hitting soon in a couple of months. Like this is the time of the year that everyone's going to buy or start their business with you. So just go send the message. So many times I have gone to send a message and I get nervous and I didn't send it. And then I've seen that person join another business. That's happened to me before, right? Like you are afraid to ask that person to join your team and then they end up joining something else or joining somebody else. I got over that fear when I saw that for the 4th time. And I was like, I'm sending it to everyone now. I don't even care. And that's what helps me to be a mass recruiter and a mass enroller, because I just send more, right? The only reason that I got 60 distributors in December is because I probably sent 3,000 messages in December, right? Like it's all a numbers game. There literally is no secret message, like Cassaundra said in the beginning. Right. And how Melissa said to decide, if you guys just decide that this is what you want, no matter what, you want that $5,000 bonus to go emerald by the end of February, it's yours. It's already yours. So ask for it and then take the action to do the work to receive it. Now, Brett and I this morning, we were reading the prayer of Jabez and they were talking about like evil and like how things can interfere with you on your path to greatness. And it always happens, right? You start a new business, you lose a job. You get laid off from your full-time job. You start a new business, someone passes away. You start a new business, someone gets sick. You start a new business, your kids, something's crazy and the whole world's falling apart and you don't even know how you're going to be able to work your business now. If you started your business doing this and something crazy has happened since you started, can you drop a 1 in the chat? Because I bet you it's a lot of us and we don't even know. We don't even talk about that. It's a huge thing that always happens. Yes. And if it hasn't, it always does. Sorry, but it does. But I'm going to equip you with what to do. Okay. So we were reading this morning about how when you are on the path to greatness and you're working on huge things like making a $10,000 in 1 month check, like that's huge things, right? And when you're on the path to doing that, there's always going to be things that get in your way. For me, it was things with my dad. It was things with a flooded basement. It was things with, I don't even remember, Brett and I, like we weren't good at sometimes. Like there was so many different things that have happened on the way for me going diamond, double diamond, triple diamond. Every time I was promoting, it was something new. And it's crazy now that every book I'm reading, it's something to do with how when you are working on something that's changing your life, there's going to be a power, whether you believe in God or the devil or not, there's going to be a power that tries to pull you back from that. There's going to be someone or something that puts something in your way as an obstacle. And only 1% of people will actually overcome that obstacle. 99% of people will look at it and say, I guess this wasn't meant to be for me, and stop. That's why when you bring in new teammates to this business, say you bring in 10 new teammates a month to this business, 3 of them will probably work. The other 7 are like, oh, I got this negative message. I'm out. I'm done. Especially women. We hear no and we're like, done, right? So right now, knowing that, going into what you want, and you want that $5,000 bonus to go emerald, you know you're going to talk to people. You know you're going to hear no. You're going to hear not right now. You know you're going to hear whatever. You know your house might flood. Like whatever it is, whatever's going to come in your way. You have to have a why so powerful that no matter what obstacle gets placed in front of your lap, that you are going to go over top of it. Your why has to be so big, like Cassaundra just said in the beginning, how her why is her 5 children. So no matter what, she's working for them every day and showing up to her level 11, right? No matter what, because of them, that even if something came in her way, right? Like something unexpected happened, she's like, I know Courtney told me this was going to happen. I'm still going to keep showing up because I'm not going to let that stand in my way and deter me. Every time. Look at all those ones in the chat. So many people start a business or do something better with their lives and something crazy happens to try to stop them. I don't know what it is, right? Like for me, now I'm closer to my faith. I believe that it's evil, right? So just on the same instance that you say, I ask for abundance, I ask for blessings, I ask to enlarge my territory, I ask for you to bring me blessings, to provide my team with blessings. On that same instance of asking, like how, because Kay just said she was asking for something basically, and it popped up on her feed, right? I want you also to say you're staying away from evil. I want you to protect me from evil, right? Before you even get into that battle, before you're even faced with something that's negative, I want you to pray or do whatever you believe in. I'm going to pray every night for you guys that evil stays away from you, right? Stay far away from you, not even get here and tell you to be fighting enough to fight that battle. I don't want that to happen to you guys. I don't want you guys to have to go through these events. I want you guys to be far away from it. So I'm praying for you guys, and I hope you can pray for yourselves, like I said, or whatever you believe in. I don't want to like make this religious, but the company is Christian based, so it's okay. But you have to ask for what you want. That's your vision board. And then you have to also pray for what you don't want. And that's evil. You don't want evil to come in your way. You want to hit emerald. You want to hit diamond. You want to hit double diamond. You want to go triple diamond. Why not? Why not you? Right? Nothing's different between me, Kay, Cassaundra, Melissa. There's nothing different between us and you guys. We all started not knowing what the heck we were doing, saying, where do we go to find a script for that? Like, how do I find the label for that? Like, what do I even say back to this person? I have no idea what to do. But guess what? Just like everyone on here, you have someone you can send a screenshot to and get a response from and get an answer from and help. And that's huge. I've done 2 other businesses in the past where I never had that support. And that's why I failed at them, honestly. I had support here right away, and that got me to that next level and that next level and that next level. And then over time, you understand what to do, and then you can help other people do the same thing as well, right? That's why we're all here. Go be that person to make the TikTok tonight to help Kay, to help Cassaundra that are sitting there waiting for something more, right? Go make that TikTok, go make that reel, go post that status, go send that message, go send 300 messages, go talk to the people that are just like you. Find the yous of the world. Just like Jade always says, she was looking for the Jades. Find who you are. I had no idea that someone could relate to me. I was like, oh, corporate America, had a good job, you know, got my master's degree, all this stuff. And then I meet Kay, who like we have so much in common that we keep finding out every day, right? But I had no idea unless I talked about it and shared my own story, which I didn't even think my story was special. So I'm telling you all right now that you have a unique story and it's special and it's going to affect someone's life out there. My support is always Alicia, the husband, the kids. Yes, we're all a make family, praying for you ladies too. Yep. Love you guys so much. We are ending this now and then getting right back on. So like, make sure you come right back on this Zoom code again. A triple diamond is going to come speak to us and she's going to talk to you about how she had a process of going up and down and fighting battles, just like I was just talking about, and breaking through them. So I cannot wait to see you guys in a minute. Invite your teams, invite other teammates, sidelines, whatever, whoever you want to invite to come and listen to Emily Robinson. I love you guys. See you guys in a minute.